Welcome to the One Door Studios update you've all been waiting for. Today, we're telling you who the calculated screenwriter is. Let's get straight to it on today's update. All right, welcome to the best One Door Studios update that we've ever had. We're going to give you a name today. We're actually going to tell you the writer that we have landed for this project, and it is going to blow y'all's mind. We didn't tell you anything.
Wait. No, we can't tell them. We've never told them.
We never told them. We'll tell you next week.
The progress. Yeah. We can't have a conclusion, and then the story's over.
I feel like I don't have pants on or something. What's going on?
No more saying next week we'll tell you something. No more. It's today. I know you're like, shut up. Just tell me. So just let's give you the long version of it. It was 2 weeks ago. I mean, even longer than that. We started negotiations with the writer. We thought we'd have it, done in a weekend, but their attorney took about 5-6 days to get back to us the first time, and then another 3 or 4 after that. We've been back and forth, waiting days each time, just like, oh my goodness, is this ever gonna stop? But
the bigger the writer, the longer the time.
That's right. Right. And it required this type of negotiations with this particular writer. So, and who wants to be the one to share the information? John, Jay? Who's
Go ahead, John. You got this.
What if I've forgotten her name?
Her. It's a lady. Well, there's our first clue.
That is a first clue. Okay, let me give the second clue. She is the writer, the screenwriter of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the Narnia classic motion picture.
A film that grossed in altogether with all ancillary stuff. It grossed over $1 billion. She is Emmy Award winning. She just done Cinderella for Disney.
Yeah. No,
No.
that's done, and I believe it was for Universal, not Disney. Even though we think about Cinderella and Disney, she did the live action one for Disney.
Gotcha. Okay, so our writer is. We all say.
I mean, for Universal.
Universal. 3. Yeah. We're all say it together. It's 3, 2, 1, and
Peacock.
And Peacock. We're signing the contract. If it's not already signed, it's today. The final negotiations are done, and wow, we just couldn't wait to tell you guys. At this moment, as I'm talking, I haven't edited this video yet, and it's going to be my task to edit it really fast and get it out to you guys, so you guys can know this today, Friday, February 11th, 2022, that we have our Emmy award-winning writer signed.
My father's birthday. So we do need to mention importantly that this is confidential. So as much as you might want to share it with other people via email or social network, especially, would be devastating. Please don't do any of that kind of thing.
Investor only announcement.
Yeah, should we say that first, because half the people are going to drop the video and just go do that.
Finally, it'll be so therapeutic for them. They won't be able to hold back.
Yeah, so
this is very sensitive.
To tell our closed group of investors when we have to do a press release, and that's kind of the first way that the whole world will hear about it, and the whole world will hear about this, because this is this is a big deal. So high fives, everybody! High fives, John! High fives! All right.
I just wanted to add that. Having a big name like this is a huge deal. What she's done in the past, it's perfect. But when we were in the meeting with her, it was electric. It was unbelievable. It was as if, and the author Nova McBee was in the meeting as well. And we all felt the same way. Like this could have been one of us sharing how we felt about the story and the underlying elements of it and the characters, and it was awesome.
Yeah, she had our heart, basically. She read the story. I mean, because a writer can read the story and interpret something completely different than what the producers intend. And we had 2 meetings that day. First one was Ann Peacock. Second one was with somebody else. And they're both incredible writers, but Ann Peacock just nailed it. everything that she said that she felt was important in the story was what is important to us.
Right.
The meeting we had afterwards, also a great writer, but he had a different take on it. It wasn't quite the same as what we thought was the important ways to look at the story. And so it was kind of an obvious decision. And I think it's kind of rare that the writer would be so, gelatinous with the producer's vision. I hope that's the right word to use.
Harmonious, in tune.
Harmonious.
Absolutely.
She's also in pretty good demand. She's such a mature writer, and she has really finally honed her craft. Yeah. So to be able to get her is something. And she was all about the story, not about herself. Yeah. She didn't bring herself up at all, except that she recognized this was a tentpole movie, which means it's a major global studio release. And that's if we made an offer to her, that's what she was going to deliver. That was her focus, or is her focus. And what she wanted, of course, as producers, this is exactly what we want to hear. And most writers don't put themselves in that position. They'll do their best and whatever, but they don't want to overcommit themselves as to what they're going to deliver. So we were kind of humbled that she was so wrapped up in the story and so much wanted to write it. Yeah. So the negotiation did take a while, and it was back and forth, but it was a kind of a harmonious, which most of them are not, negotiation, where there was give and take where they needed to be, and to enable this to happen. So it's pretty exciting. Part of our offer is that she'll be going to Shanghai and be able to look at the location where the story primarily takes place, and that's an exciting experience. But there are other things as well. We'll reveal those later, but we're just pretty over the moon about where we are, excited about where we're off to. Again,
it has a bearing on the Reg A as well. Because if you haven't, for those who missed out on Calculated, or those who invested in Calculated and want to be in on the sequels, but you've been holding out because wait a second, we don't have a writer yet. So now the Reg A is from the writer of Narnia, C.S. Lewis, Narnia, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, is the writer of Calculated. And I imagine, if all goes well, then she will be writing on the future stories as well.
She'll have first dibs.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to get in on that, here's the
link there in the description of this video for the wonderstudios.com/waitlist, so you can get yourself a preferred position in the sequels investments if you missed out on Calculated, or if you want to just get on all of it. So, what an exciting day.
We have a lot of investors, and it really is amazing to us that how mature you were and patient with us in this process, and trusting us.
Absolutely.
That in fact we were on the right track, and that it was more important. Many of you wrote us personally and said, we just want you to know that it's more important to us that you get a studio level writer and the right writer for this project than it is, even though you're late. And we didn't get, I don't think, Stephen, you look at,
I didn't.
think.
No, nobody wanted us. One of our largest investors. One of our largest investors, as a six-figure investor, he asked the question. He said, "Are you guys going to, if you guys can't get a writer in a reasonable amount of time, are you going to settle for, a lesser writer?" And we said no. And I wasn't sure what his response was going to be, but he was relieved, very relieved to find out that we would rather wait and get a very well-known skilled writer than to settle. And that's exactly what we didn't do. We didn't settle. We continue to wait.
So please accept your unexpected, overwhelming support through this.
Yeah.
And no one complained or whined. It was, we did.
Yeah,
we,
we sure did.
We were whining a little bit, but thank you for hanging in there with us. But man, oh man, what a payoff!
Yeah,
what a delivery.
Our writer list was 40 writers plus that we had tried reaching out to. 40 plus writers, and this one, I don't think I could be more proud to tell you that our writer is Ann Peacock than anybody else.
Yeah,
same, absolutely.
Yeah, she had just finished a project. She had like a 2-week window where she could look at other offers that were there. And she picked ours up and began reading, calculated, and didn't put it down till she rolled through that novel.
Yep.
And was so committed. It was she explained that in our meeting with her. And
one of my favorite comments she made in the meeting was, there aren't stories like this nowadays. These are the kind of stories that need to be told to the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and we can go on and on because it was just such a fantastic meeting. We all tell different aspects of it, and we will, but my edit gets longer at that point. So
we're done.
I'm gonna say, because I want to get this out to you guys. I want you guys to know what's going on. So here we go. So share amongst your friends, but not on social media. It's still somewhat semi-confidential. We have permission to share with you guys, but it's not an official press release yet. That will be in a few days. That'll be happening. So congratulations to all of you who have invested in a project that is going to the moon. And,
thank you guys.
Yeah. In fact, speaking of the moon, I'm probably gonna go see Moonfall this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah. Well, bless you guys. Right. We will see you again for another update in I don't know. Now that we have news to share, it might be a little more frequent. Don't know. We'll tell you how everything is going with Ann and all that stuff when the press releases come out. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Jen.
Ciao.